It'll be a fun class. All right, we're going to go over 6 different methods of multiplication. I'm sure everybody's familiar with the traditional method. Just for to understand what the nomenclature is, this number is called the multiplication, right? It's the number that is being, this number is the multiplier. This number is being multiplied by itself this number of times, right? All right, let's go to the traditional method first. This is one that you all should know. We're off to a good start. Okay. All right. Traditionally, well, how do we do this? We take the 2, we multiply it by all 3 of these terms, right?
Right.
Then we go to the 5. Now, since the 5 is the second term in, we put a 0 before we start multiplying the 5 by all 3 of these terms.
Yeah.
So this is what it should look like. 2 times 6 is going to be
12.
12 with the 1 there. 2 times 8 is
16
plus 1 is
17.
17, put the 1 there. 7 there, 1 there. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Okay? Here's what I like to do because I find that this causes problems. Take these away after you do them. A lot of times you get confused. You could cross them out. I just erase them. It's easier that way. All right, now we're going to go to the 5. We got to account for this place here, so we put a 0 over in the first column. 5 times 6 is
30.
Put the 3 there, and the 0 goes there. 5 times 8 is 40 plus 3 is 43. 3 there, 4 there. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 4 is 19. Now we have to add them, make sure our columns are aligned correctly. Usually where most errors occur is students add on an angle or something like that. They don't stay within the column. So this is going to be 2, 7, 0, 0, 2. Now with this problem, we could multiply the 0 by all 3 of these terms. What are we going to get on our first line?
0.
All zeros, right? Because when you multiply anything by 0, you get 0. So let's not waste time. Let's just put a 0 here and then start on this column. So 4 times 3 is?
12.
Put a 2 there, 1 there. 4 times 4 is?
16.
Plus 1 is 17. Put the 1 there. 4 times 2 is?
8.
Plus 1 is?
9.
Makes it a little shorter. Now here's a tough one. The 2 zeros aren't doing anything, right? So if we did those first lines, we're not going to get any values, we're just going to get zeros. Well, this is the identity function, right? Multiplied by 1, we're going to get 2, 8, and 4. So this is 4, 8, 2, and then just put 2 zeros on there and we're done. You're going to get a couple of these on the test, so be ready for it. Yeah, those are gimmies. All right. This time we've got 3 numbers in our multiplier. We're going to come over here. We're going to say 2 times 8 is?
16.
All right, so we got 6, 1 here, right? 2 times, that's your blessing.
I've never seen that before.
2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1, right?
Yeah.
2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12, so 2, 1. I'm done with that first one, so I'm done with this first column. I'm going to take away the values I carried over. Now I'm going to start with the 7, so I start out by putting a 0 here. 7 times 8 is?
56.
Put a 5 there. 7 times 0 is 0 plus 5 is 5. 7 times 0 is 0. And 7 times 6 is 42. So that's the first 2 digits. So that one's done. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to erase away the 5. Now I'm going to go to the 5. There's 2 places to the right, so I'm going to add 2 zeros here. 0, 0. 5 times 8 is 40, so it's 0, 4. 5 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4. 5 times 0 is 0. And 5 times 6 is 30, so it's 3, 0 there. Okay. Let's add this up. We're going to get 6 in our first column, 7, 5, 6, 3, 4, 3. All right, let's go into the more interesting one. So we did traditional. Now we're going to multiply. All right.
Method 2.
Yeah, we're going to go to method 2. go to method 2?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, please. All right, now, this is similar to the way we did, remember when we added from left to right? Same concept, except we're going to multiply with a single digit number. 4 times 5 is 20, so 0, 2.
Hold on. times 4.
4 times 3 is 12, right? So that 1 has to be carried over to the next column, so it goes there. So we're aligning with the 3 now, right? 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. You're done.
That seemed quicker.
Of course. All my methods are quicker.
Hold on one moment.
All right? May take a little time to get used to, but that's the way it's done. Let's go over here and do one more.
Do a longer one.
Well, wait a minute. We'll start out with the easier ones, and then we'll progressively move ahead. All right, this time it's 7,142. We're going to multiply it by 6. We're going to go left to right. 7 times 6 is 42, so I put the 2 and the 4 here. I'm good, right? 6 times 1, that stays in its column, 6. 6 times 4 is 24. The 2 has to be carried over into the next column, so 2 goes there, 4 goes there. I could add it together now. 6 times 2 is 12. 1 there, 2 there. There's your answer. All right. This time we got 9,432. We're going to multiply it by 3. We're going to go left to right. 3 times 9 is 27. Put the 7 right underneath the 9. That should align. 3 times 4 is 12. The 1 has to carry over with the 7. So notice how that aligns. All right, let's add this together. So we're going to get 2, 8, 2. Now, 3 times 3 is 9. That stays in its own column. 3 times 2 is 6. We're done. Okay. Not bad, is it? And I think it's a little quicker. All right, so now we got another tool in our toolbox here. We could do it that way. What are you laughing at? You don't like the metaphor?
It's a good one.
I'm going to take these down. You want me to do it with a smaller number or?
No, the same number.
Same numbers, all right.
Do it slower.
Do it
Because you're
slower.
like boom, 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 boom.
I know.
All right. I'm going to go a little slower this time, yes.
You can only do it if it's being multiplied by a single digit number though, correct? Or no?
With this method,
Correct?
there's other ways we could do it, but yeah, from what I'm showing you now, yeah, single digit. We're going to start, we're going to come over here, we're going to say 4 times 3 is 12. Now I'm going to align
2.
the 2 here and the 1 there. And this tells me where I am within the number here.
This is easy.
4 times 2 is 8, right?
Yeah.
So that's the next column over. 1 times 4, 4 times 1 is 4, that stays there. 4 times 5 is 20, so it's 2, 0. Because it's a 2-digit value, it goes to the column to the left. Now I just add it together. 0, 6, 8, 2, 1. You got that one right? Don't get aggravated that you got it right. That's a good thing. All right. Amelia? Does that help you?
Yeah.
You got it now? All right, good. It is a little quicker, I think.
Yeah.
And 3.
All right. Let's go to method 3. All right, multiply with rounding. All right, we're going to do this. It's 68 times 3. That's kind of a funny number, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Wouldn't it be easier if we could say, we call that 70 times 3?
What?
Wait, slow down.
Just be rounded.
70's easier, right?
Oh, you rounded.
Because it's 3 times 7 and just add a 0, right?
Right.
All right, but that's not exactly 68.
Right.
What do we have to do to 70 to get it to 68?
Minus 2.
Minus 3.
Subtract 2.
Oh, I need
So
to.
when you get the answer, you
So let's go like this.
subtract 2 and multiply by 3.
Now watch. Here's where the speed comes. You don't have to do 3 times 0. Let's just put the 0 there. 3 times 7 is 21. Minus 6 equals 2, 0, 4.
I see
Oh,
what
you
you
got
did
the
there.
6 from,
Because you multiplied it by a 3, but you also added 2. So then you multiplied the 3 times.
No, I subtracted 2.
Yeah, so then you multiplied 2 times 3.
The crux to this is, we're going to change this to an even number. Well, I mean, with a 0. We're going to round it up to 70. To get it to 70, what did we have? Now, to get it back to what we need at 68, we have to subtract 2. So if we subtract 2, we have to also multiply that by 3. So 70 times 3 minus 2 times 3 becomes 210 minus 6, 204. You're done.
Now you got the 2 because it's the lowest.
Well, if it were 66, this would be 4. If it were 69, this would be 1. It doesn't matter. This here has to equal this. That's all you have to remember with this technique. Now, you could see this could add some speed in certain areas, couldn't it?
Yeah.
It could.
But that's only with rounding up, right?
All right, what if we rounded it down? What would we do?
You have to divide.
You would
You
have
have to
to
go to
add
60,
it back
right?
and
Let's say we
multiply
said
by
this was
3.
60, right?
Yeah.
Then we'd have to add 8 and then multiply 8 times 3 here and then add that value together. It'll work either way,
Okay, I was thinking completely different.
so that'll work.
Yeah.
We've got another tool here. Let's try another one here. Now remember, I'm giving you easy ones just so you understand the concept. This is for instructional purposes. So let's take 96 times 7. Is the video still working?
yeah.
Yes.
All right, good. All right, now, we want to transform this a little. We want to round it. What can we round it to?
100.
100.
All right, so 100. What do we have to do to 100 to get it back to 96?
Subtract 4.
All right, so subtract 4. See how that works? That's like one equation. That line has to equal itself. Now, I got to multiply this by 7 and this by 7. Now, I talk about tough math right here. What is this?
700.
700 minus 28 equals, what is it going to equal?
662.
672.
672.
Yeah, 672.
Okay. Now, isn't this one almost a visual?
Yeah.
100 times 7, 700. You get that like that.
Yeah.
This one is in your math facts, 28. Then you just do the subtraction.
Boom.
Boom. All right? Not a bad technique, right?
It takes a lot longer. I think.
I don't think it takes a lot longer, but I mean, in certain numbers, in certain situations,